Hi, it's Gabi, and this video recap is for April 12th on Tuesday. And in the beginning of our class, we have a warm-up, which Hayward told us to sit in the order of your birthday. So we change our seats and sit from January to I think it's September. It's dark, and so when we rearrange our seat, we move on to the grammar, which we talk about adjective clauses today. And we have five important points in adjective clause. The first one is the purpose of adjective clause is first one is describe a noun or a motion. And number two is it should include like whom, who, which, where, and what. And number three is begin with a relative pronoun, and a relative pronoun is whom, which, that, whose, and so on. And number four, it should have a subject plus a verb. And number five is to include relative adverb, which is when, where, why. And Tina gave us an example. The sentence is, "This is my bike, which I bought last week." So this is my bike, and which I bought last week. Start from which and end to week. Is which I bought last week is the adjective clauses, and which is the relative pronoun, and I is the subject. Bought is the verb, and and this adjective clause is describing the bike. And Hayward also gave us a step to change two sentences to one sentence with use of adjective clauses. And the step by step, the first step is omit the same object. And the second step is move the adjective clause right after the subject. And there is also one rule is that if you take out the adjective clauses and the sentence is still understandable, and it's just adjective clauses is just help you to get more information or more detail. In the second part of our class today, we discover the Well Said book, chapter 8, and we discover some rules when you speak in English, and there are 7 rules, and the rule 1 is groups of words express one idea, and the second rule is focus words come at the end. Number 3, in long words or multiple syllable words, the focus is on the primary stressed syllable. And number 4, focus words that contrast each other. And number 5, focus on the new information. And number 6 is focus modifies previous statement. Number 7 is focus emphasis. And we practice chapter 8, exercise 1 on the Well Said page 107, and use the rule number 1. The rule number 1 is a thought groups is an idea. So we use the exercise. There is thought group A, thought group B, and thought group C. And with those 3 groups, you should pause, and you should you should read group A and pause, and read group B and pause, and read group C. For example, Mrs. Fields Cookies founder came up with her cookie recipe when she was only 13. So you should stop and make people more easily to understand. And after our warm up and grammar practice, which is the adjective clauses, and our well said practice on chapter 8, we have a short break. And um, after we came back from our break, Hayward gave us the grading sheet from the very beginning to now. So it's the grade you get so far. So you'll know which part you need to pay more emphasis on. And in the second part of our class, we have a speaking practice, which is you have to bring two of your major classes artwork and talk about it in the class with your classmate. And everybody, I think everybody did a great job. At least in my group, we have a lot of fun. In this speaking practice, he will divide it into three parts. The first one is you should introduce your artwork. You have to use as much major vocabulary as possible. So you need to use some terminology in your field. And the second one is critique your own work. You have to point out the advantages in your artwork, like some very strength part. And the second one is what kind of change or what kind of redo will make your artwork more professional or more amazing. And the third one is the Q&A. And you can have your classmate ask you some question and you answer them. Okay. After we finish our speaking practice, Hayward asked if anybody want to volunteer to show his or her artwork, and it seems no one want to be the volunteer. So, but everyone in our group, we think Andy did a great job, so we volunteer him to present his artwork. And they were also asking some question. It's like, and this project is about a sculpture in San Francisco, and he tried to record his life, record the way he get the idea, and try to make a commercial video for him. So after we watched Andy's film, they were asking why you want to do the shot or put the camera right there, and they also gave him some answers. So it's our speaking practice, and now I'd like to move on to the intro of Industrial Journal number 4. And now I'd like to talk about Industry Journal number 4, and it's in your readers and in page 79. And in this journal, you have to find an article and use the library database. Do not use Google or Wikipedia, or you'll get an automatic fail. It's F. And you also need to write a summary, and because in this industrial journal number 4, you don't need to write a response, so your summary must be very, very good. So Everybody should work on that. And number 3, you need to cite the article, and Hayward said he will teach us how to do that or talk about it in next Tuesday. And you can see in the readers page 79, and the third rule is the thing I told before, cite the article. But in the end, it said it's optional, but Hayward said it's not optional, so you must include a citation of the article. And number 4 is you need to write down, you need to find 10 to 15 words from the article, and at least 5 of the words must be related to your field. And you should write the word and the definition and the part of speech, and copy a sentence from the dictionary. And remember that if you want to find the definition or the part of speech, please use the English to English dictionary. You can find online dictionary like dictionary.com is very good, and you have to copy a sentence from the dictionary, and in the end you have to write your own sentence and with using your own words. And so in this industrial journal number 4's due date is April 26th, so you have like 1 or 2 more week to finish it. Okay, now finally it's the homework. In the homework, you should do the exercise 3 in your reader from page 133. And the second homework is well said book is in page 121. You have to choose 4 and record them. And next Tuesday you have to bring 2 more artworks, and also you have to bring in the article which is related to your industrial journal number 4, and it should at least 2 pages. And because our speaking practice today, and if you want an extra speaking grades, you can introduce your artwork for about 5 to 8 minutes. It's optional. It depends on you. If you want to get an extra credit, you can record them. Okay, and I think this is the class schedule rundown today. And the most important thing is we don't have class on Thursday, so don't come in the class, and have a good weekend. And if you have any question or any problem, or you don't understand what am I talking about, just leave a comment and I will reply you as soon as possible. Thank you guys.